Hey guys, welcome. In this video we're gonna learn what and why is Octave, how to install Octave, and we're gonna write some simple signal generating program in Octave. Octave is a free open source scientific programming language and it is best alternative for Matlab. For the people who don't know Matlab is a paid software for scientific programming, signal analyzing and much more. But as a student, we do not afford for the Matlab to buy and use. I do not say Octave has all the features of the Matlab, but it has what we need. Another advantage is that both the languages has the same syntax. If you know Octave very well, then you can easily switch to Matlab and vice versa. If you want to suggest me another software for scientific programming, then I suggest Use SciLab. You may also consider the software. To install Octave, open your browser and type octave.org and hit enter. Then click on this download tab. Then choose your operating system. Select your installer and download that installer. Double click on the downloaded installer. Click next, click next, click next, next, then choose your installation directory. Then click install. Wait the installation to complete. Now the installation is completed. Now we can see the Octave in start menu. Now we can see this Octave in start menu. This is Octave and we successfully installed it. Now we are gonna try to install Octave in Linux. You can install Octave from Ubuntu store. From here, alternatively, you can install Octave using terminal. By using this command. Now the installation of Octave is completed. Let's launch Octave by terminal. Wow, that's all. You can also see the Octave icon here. Let me open Octave. This is the command window. And this is the document tab. If you have any doubt, you can visit this anytime. And here's the editor window. This is the place where we're gonna write code. Now let us try to create code to generate this sine wave and impulse signal. Here, the amplitude of the sine wave is 1. And the frequency of the sine wave is also 1. So we need to generate the sine wave with amplitude 1 and frequency 1. For that, go to Octave. Let me clear the screen of Octave. First of all, we assign values for x-axis. For that, put x is equal to 0 to increment value, final value 5. This means x stores the continuous values from 0 to 5 with the increment of 0.01. Here you can see x has the values from 0 to 5 with increment of 0.01. And this is the index 1, and 0.010 has index 2, 0.0200 has index 3. Suppose if you want to print this particular value, then you can use this method x of index value 3 and hit enter. You can get this value. Then we try to create y-axis. Y is equal to sine of x, hit enter, plot x comma y, hit enter. Now you see that the sine wave is not proper and the frequency is not needed, so we need to modify a code little bit. For that, put amplitude is equal to 1, frequency is equal to 1, y is equal to amplitude into sine of 2 pi f into x. Now we try to plot Now you can see that the graph is proper and it has the frequency 1. Now let us try to build in a editor. Here you can see I already write the code for that. It represents the x-axis label and this represents the y-axis label, and this shows the title of the graph, and this represents the axis, that means the graph axis. It shows values from 0 to 5 x-axis and -2 to 2 on y-axis. Here you can see that it shows -2 to 2 on y-axis and 0 to 5 on x-axis. Here you can see the proper sine wave. Let's try to plot this impulse signal. The impulse signal has amplitude 1 at time 0. Okay. Then let's switch to Octave. Let me clear the screen. Before we start to code, I want you to know this, that suppose think this situation. If you want to store 100 ones or 0 in one variable, you can't write 1, 1, 1, 1. This takes too long time. Octave has a solutions. You can simply write v1 is equal to zeros of 1, 100 zeros. Suppose I want, you see that v1 has 100 zeros. Suppose if I want ones of 1, let me say I want 5 1, it shows v1 is equal to 5 ones. Okay, we gonna use this zeros and ones in creating an impulse signals. Okay, let me clear the screen. As usual, let's try to assign values for x-axis first. Put x is equal to, we need values from -2 to 2 with increment of 0.01. So put 2 colon 0.01 colon plus 2, hit enter. Now you can see this x axis has values from -2 to +2, and it has 401 values. Okay, now we see that what we need to get as output. Here you can see that we at x is equal to 0 only, the time period the output signal is goes to 1, and remaining all times this is 0, the x value is 0. Okay, that means we need to find 0 here, 0 index of the 0th value here, 0 0. Yeah, you can see 0 here, and this row has index from 193 to 208. That means this value index of this value is 193, this value index is 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200, 201. So the index of this 0 is 201. Now we find the index of this 0. So now we want that this values on output would be 0, and this 0 only has output 1, and remaining also has output 0. We consider that the index of 0 to 200 we want output 0, and index of 201 we want output 1, and index of 201 to 401 we want 0. Okay, so let's write the output function y is equal to, we want first 200 index 1 to 200 index 0, so put zeros of 0 comma 1 comma 200. Then we want at 201 position we want 1, then again at from index 201 to then index 201 to 401 we want output 0. So that means we need 401 minus 201 is equal to 200. So we need 200 zeros after 1. So put zeros of 1 comma 200, close bracket, hit enter. Now you see that it has 0 from index 0 to 200 and 1 at 201 position only, and remaining 201 to 202 to 401 it has value zeros. Okay, so let us try to plot this. Plot x comma y. You see the output is arise expected. So now let us try to combine with the sine wave. For that we need to make some little changes in this program. We need to divide a single sheet into two graphs. For that we need to use subplot function. We need one row, two column of graphs, and sine wave is the first graph we want to put this. Next we need to, this is for impulse, this is for impulse signal. In Octave, percentage is used as an command. That means whatever you write after the percentage is not considered by the compiler. Okay,
now we need to assign x-axis for impulse. So put -2 0.01 to termination symbol. Then we want y of zeros of 1 comma 200 comma 1 zeros of 1,200. Okay,
and subblock, and this is the subblock of one column, and this is the second graph. So put 2 here, close bracket. Now we try to plot this x comma y, x label is amplitude, y label is span, sorry, x label is span, y label is amplitude, then we need the title for the graph. Title is impulse signal, and we need also make the axis. As what we want axis is, we want axis from minus 2 to 2 on x-axis, and y-axis we want minus 1, minus 2 to here also we want minus 2 to minus 2. Okay, let's try to plot this. Oops, there is some error here. You can see it shows what error it is. Vector length must match. Sorry, here x1. Sorry, here we need to put x. This x takes from this. Wow, now created the output what we want. I also write another programs. I also give this program links in description. You may take a look at this. This is discrete signal processing program for discrete signal, and this is transformations of signal. Transformations of signal program. Transformation of the signal. This is also a transformation of the signal program. You may take a look at this program. I provide the GitHub link to this program in description.